All right, I got some Zomby Woof by Frank Zappa for you today. We're going to start out with this intro riff. Okay, so that's our first riff. We got 9, 9, 9, 7. So 9's on the D, 7 on the G. We'll go back and forth a few times on that one. And then we have that's 7 on the G twice, 9 to 7 on the D, 10, 7 on the A. We're going to do that riff twice. And then we're going to jump down 2 frets to the 5th fret. So we have the 5, 5, 7, 5 pull off on the D. Quick one, 6 to 5 on the A. That's that little flat 5th. We got 8, 5, 3 at the end. So that last part was. Okay, so the whole thing is. And then we get into a series of minor 7 chords, chromatic. And over the top of that, we're going to have a series of fast notes that go in sets of 5s. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over the top of those chords. So this chord, I'm playing middle finger, 10th fret, E string, muting the A, and we're muting the little E as well. And we're using the ring finger to get these 10s on the D, G, and B strings. That's like a kind of a jazz way to play a minor 7 without the 5 in it. You know, minor 7 could also be like that. So this is a no 5 kind of thing. No 5 in the low end, minor 7. So we have D minor 7, D flat minor 7, or C sharp, whatever you want to call it. C minor 7, B minor 7, B flat minor 7. Now the notes that are in sets of 5s over the top of that, the first one is going to be, so it's 13, 15, 12, 13, and then 14 on the 3rd string. Okay, one more time. Now the next set is going to go. So that's 13 on the G, going down to 12 on the B, 11 on the E, 12 on the E, back to that 13. So it's. So if we put those together, we got. Now the next one I'm going to bring down, I'm going to bring my ring finger down to the 12 here. Because we have to get into some 10s. So we have 12 with the ring finger on the G string, and then 13, 11 on the B, and then 10 to 10 on the G and D. That's your next set. So if you put all those together, we got. Okay, then we have 9 on the D string. So it's 9 on the D, and then 10, 9, 12 on the B, 11 on the G. So let's try all those. We got. Now we have one more set. We have 9, 10, 11, 10, 11. So 9 on the B, then 10 on the G, 11 on the D, also 10 on the D, 11 on the A. So if you put them all together, we got. Okay, and those go over those chords we were talking about. Okay, now we have a new riff. We have. We're going to do that 4 times. So we have 14, 12 twice on the G. And then quick slide, 11 to 12 on the E. So the 13 on the B. So we got. So that was 14, 12, 14. Kind of do a pull off. Back to that 13. So we got. 12, 14, 12. Then we have a 14, 12 pull off on the D. We got that pinky on the 15 on the A. So it's. And see how you have to start right away. There's no pausing or holding that 15. You got to get right back into it. Okay, if you want to play that, we'll do it nice and slow. 3, 4. Okay, now we get into probably the easiest part. This is where he goes over the first verse. We got 7, 5 on the D. We got 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. So, second time, just adds that 3 on the A string. So 2, we'll do it twice in a row. 3, 4. That D minor 7 again, and then we have this riff. So we have a hammer 10 to 12 on the E to the 13 of the B. That's our first little set of 3 notes. And then we have 10, 13 to 12 on the G. Then we have 9, 12 to 12 on the D, and then we have 12, 14 to 10 on the D. So it's. And as with all these riffs, it's super fast. So you got to practice it slow. When Zappa was teaching the bands these riffs and stuff, they would do them really slow. And there's some versions of some of these really difficult songs you can hear live when they're like way before they were released. And they're playing them real slow. So they'd get them slow, they'd figure them out, and they'd work them up, work their speed up as they went. And it was only when he had the same band for a long time, like the 70, 73, 74 band, where they could get super fast with some of this stuff. Okay, so then we're back to, after we did that riff, we have the B riff again, I'm calling it, which is the descending chords. And that was your whole. Okay, and then we're on to this riff here. So that's 7, 5 twice on the D. Quick slide 7 to 9 on the G, down to that 5. And then we go 7, 5, 7. 5 on the G. 5, 7. Quick pull off on the A, 7 to 5. 8 on the E string. So it's. Do that twice. And then we have, did you ever wake up in the morning? So that's that little riff. We got 9, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7 on the D, 10 on the A, 7 on the D, and then 10, 7 on the A. With the Zomby Woof, with the Zomby Woof behind your eyes. Okay, that's the first time, so that whole thing went. Okay, and you got some time goes by there, and then you do it again. Now the second one's gonna have some quick slides on the flat fifth. So it's da-da ding ding, 7 to 5. Quick one, 6 to 5 on the A, 3. Couple more of those, end up on that low A. Then we have that B part again. So we had our whole riff. Now we're going to go kind of an ascending type of riff where that was descending. So we have 11, 10, 11, 10, 9. So it was 11 on the A, 10, 11 on the D, 10 on the G, 9 on the B. And now the next set is going to be 11 on the G, 12, 9, 10 to 9 on the D. So those two sets are. Then we're going to have 10, 10, 11, 13, 12. So 10 on the D, 10 on the G, 11 to 13 on the B, 12 on the G. So those in a row be. Then we're gonna have 13 to little 12, 11, 12 on the B, back to 13. And then we have a last one, it's 12 to 10, D to G strings. And it's 14, 12, D to G, and then 10 on the G string. So the whole thing is. Okay, so 5 sets of 5s. Once again, that's going to be the chords ascending this time. Okay, so B flat minor up to B minor, C minor, C sharp minor, D minor. That goes with this last riff. And then we have. Okay, so that's 7s and 5s, da-dum, 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 da-dum. And then 7, 5, down to 5s on the B. So 5, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5. Do-da-da-do-da-dum. Okay, next time goes. That's that. I am the Zomby Woof. So that second half. They all run for shelter when I come walking out. I am the Zomby Woof. I am the Zomby Woof. Here I'm yes. So we had 9, 9, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7 on the D, 10, 7 on the A, and then 5 on the G, 7 on the D, A string, 6 to 5. Okay, now we have a new part where you could double hit this, but let's just start with single notes. 15, 14, 13, 12 on the B. So it's going to go 12 on the G, 15 on the D, then 14, 12, 12, 15. So. And it's going to go 4 times. So nice and slow. 3, 4. And then we have a new riff. We have 14, 12, 15, 13 on the B, 12 on the G, 14 on the D. Now we have a new riff coming in just like that. So we have 14, 12, 14, 12, 15, 13, 12 on the G, 12 on the B, 13 on the E, 14 on the B. Now we have a similar one. So that first one, 14, 12, 15, 13, 12, 12, 13, 14. And then we have this one is 7, 5 on the B, 7, 5 open on the G, open B, second string, 6 to 6 on the B to G. And there's a little vocal in between. Let me do that again. Okay, so we have kind of a G sharp minor 7 and an A minor 7. You got an A minor 7 solo. Zappa jams out for a long time. Then we're gonna come back to riff D. And then we're gonna go back to riff C, which is two times that time on that one. Then we're back to riff E, which is let me do it again. Okay, then we have riff A again. Then we're going to end with that's an A minor 7. So that was our beginning riff, or intro riff. You end on a, you can do it this way too, but that's like a 13 or minor 6, however you want to look at it. It's open A, 5, 5, and 7. Okay, Zomby Woof, Frank Zappa, tabs with this. Hope you all dig it. Talk to you soon.